Warning, before we start this video may contain some of my questionable takes of Warframes. Take it with a grain of salt and do not get offended. I know how it feels when a favorite Warframe doesn't get to the tier you want. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into the video. Today I'll be making a tier list video on the Warframes of Warframe. Cause why not? It's been a while I made a video, so I thought why not make a bit of a simple video to get into it again and have a bit of a fun time making a tier list. So we know there are almost 50 Warframes at this point. While the 50th Warframe is still yet to be released, I just decided to why not go ahead and add it as well. So the list has I think so around 88 entries as far as I remember when I was making the list. So let's hope we get through all of them and enjoy the show. Till then, take care, guys, and let's do this. So we have 10 tiers here where I have got with God tier. The Prime is better at everything. Then next is the must have. Then it's good to have. And the next one is you have the poor decision making choice. While the other one is you like to suffer. And next one is why does this exist? And then we have I don't care. It makes no sense to me because I don't understand how this Warframe works. The next one is can be saved through augments. And last one is just delete them already because they should not be in Warframe. Like Warframe is pretty fast paced, but these things have the very unique playstyle which is not fitting for the game at all. So starting it off, we have Ash, the normal Ash to be specific. You have just gotta be going to you like to suffer because if you remember when the Empyrean update was launched, they changed Ash's drop table from the Maniacs and Grenier tile set to being in the drop from the Corpus Defense mission, which is pretty painful, and the tile set is pretty big. You can't skip ahead anything. So yeah, you like to suffer just like the regular Ash. Up next, Ash Prime just got here. Oh my god, the game doesn't want me to put it there. He's got here. He's basically be invisible, go killing everything, go crazy. Then next is Atlas. Atlas, I don't know. He's good to have Warframe, but also just put him in can be saved with augments for the regular Atlas because we have the Titanic Rumbler and the Organs, which make him really versatile Warframe. While you can make him into a fighter while also maybe making his minions into a big of a fighter, I guess. Then Atlas Prime is just Atlas, but he can do everything better. Banshee. Banshee. Oh my god, I have some really bad history with Banshee where I'll just put can be saved through augments, to be honest. She's a Warframe I really never understood when I tried to play her. So yeah, she's going there. And so Banshee Prime just go I don't care because I don't like playing Banshee. Baruuk. It's a good to have Warframe in my opinion. Has a very versatile kit where his first ability is basically damage denial from a specific angle while second second what the hell am I speaking? The second ability is basically you're not gonna be taking damage because you're gonna be stripping enemy of their weapons and putting them to sleep and blah blah blah. You know the rest. He is a mad monk, as I like to call him. Because he'll just dish out like red crits like no tomorrow. Up next, Caliban. Just delete him. I don't even want to comment about this guy. This guy, I don't understand how this guy works. And he's pretty terrible. I don't understand what is even his ability synergy at this point. Though I tried playing him, he's pretty terrible. Chroma. You like to suffer, my friend, because you have to farm from 4 specific Warframe bosses to get. And also have to get into a clan to get the last part of World Finger Optics. Chroma is just suffering. Chroma Prime. The Prime is better. Because Chroma, he is the lizard who is like, if you know to play him, you are gonna be like never gonna die or even have any problem. Ember, just delete her. Normal Ember is just too squishy to be honest. Though Ember Prime does better, I'm not gonna put her, and Prime is better at everything. But let's say you have a bit of a poor decision making choice in my opinion. She's good, but not the level I would like her to be in because her damage and her abilities kind of doesn't scale off too much once you reach like a certain ability. Next up, Equinox. Oh my god, I do really. Just delete her. Just delete Equinox. If you know why, you know the Tiltrigger boss fight. That's why you get Equinox. I fucking hate that fight, to be honest. It's too much. Equinox Prime can go to God tier because she's the easiest to farm, and even if she's not in out, you can just get her pretty cheap as well. She has a really good kit and will also being a very versatile Warframe. Excalibur, the poster boy. Why do you exist? He's pretty good at melee, but his passive, I don't understand why do you even have that. Same with Excalibur Prime. Excalibur Prime is like something almost nobody has, unless you're like a player who has been 9 years playing this game and have been playing since the start and bought the Founders Pack. But you also got this Kana Prime and stuff. I think. So yeah, this guy, I don't understand why Excalibur Prime exists. He's like one Warframe which is like paid, though you can't get him anymore. The next one, Frost. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. And Frost Prime can go into just delete it. He looks ugly. The normal Frost is better. I'll just put him up in like good to have. But Prime can go into just delete territory just because of the helmet. It looks very terrible if you ask me. Yeah, I have a personal vendetta against Frost Prime. I would rather do this over this. Next up, Gara. It's a good to have Warframe. But since the Prime exists, the Prime will be having here, well, Gara goes down here. I guess there's going to be two. This category is going to be pretty crowded at the end, I have a feeling. Actually, you know what? Gara can go down to I don't care. Because Prime is much better at everything and it also has very high stats compared to its base variant. Up next, Garuda. You like to suffer, my friend. The toroid form is pretty painful if you ask me. While Garuda Prime, good to have. She's pretty good. With the changes in the passive after the rework, I think I'm still playing Garuda with the older builds. Those still hold up, but the new builds are much better. Gauss, you like to suffer. The grind is too much for the disruption mission. You have to be staying there for the whole time, and God forbid if that 20% drop chances ever in your side. Grendel, just delete him. Even with all the reworks and buffs and augments he has received, he can be saved through augments, but I don't think so. He can just be deleted, to be honest. He's one of the least Warframe played in the entire game according to even the devs who made the game. So yeah. I don't personally like Grendel. He's just okay, he's a fat meatball, but I have better melee preferred Warframes than him. Next up, the new Warframe, Gyre. Gyre is a good to have Warframe as of right now. Her abilities are pretty good, though she had been nerfed in the past as soon as she got released by whatever. Harrow, you like to suffer because his part drops in 3 separate missions, and all 3 are very annoying because the drops doesn't want to give up. Oh my god, doing the defection mission is the hardest of all this. I really remember doing this mission for like over a few months when I initially wanted to get Harrow, but the grind was paid off. To be honest, normal Harrow is a pain tier. Well, Harrow Prime can go up in God tier to me. He is very good at the Warframe, like survival, he has got it. Crowd control, he has got it. Increased damage, sure. He has a lot of increased damage. Hildryn. To be honest, I don't care about Hildryn. Though she's a good Warframe, I have played her in past. But doesn't suit my playstyle. There's just too much shield. I'm a kind of guy who doesn't care about what is his shield and stuff. Hydroid. Delete. While Hydroid Prime can be saved through augments like the Pilfering Swarm. Normal Hydroid is just too squishy. While Hydroid Prime has a better base stats, so that's what is saving grace with him. Inaros, good to have, while Inaros Prime is better at everything. Because Inaros is tanky as hell, but Inaros Prime is just like a 40% stat buff over normal Inaros. Ivara, why do you exist? Your farming drops from like all the spy mission, but again, your parts does not drop as like how it is goes. Prime, Ivara Prime is just better at Ivara, but at everything. I guess the stay is just for primes, which I kind of have a neutral zone, that's why it's there. Next up, Khora. Khora, you like to suffer. The parts drop rate are all awful, but I had ended up buying her with that when I initially bought my Khora. Yeah. Now that the Khora Prime is out for a while, must have. Because she is pretty good at farming him all by herself while she can dish out a lot of damage while even locking down a single entire area of map. Lavos is good to have Warframe in my opinion because if you do railjack content, you know this guy is like the dominator. You don't need ability, energy or whatever. And you can even speedrun using this guy by using his second ability. Limbo! Ah yes. I don't know where I put Limbo, man. Today, I have a very good history with Limbo when I used to play Warframe. To be honest, if I have to put Limbo, I would just put it into a decision making choice at this point because normal Limbo, though he's tied behind a quest, his power drop pretty easily. You can have him, but again, it's the problem with the players who play Limbo. Most of the time, they don't even know how to play Limbo. They usually slow down the entire game. But by just doing the ultimate and boom, you're dead. The prime is better at everything for Limbo again. Then comes Loki, the normal Loki. You have a poor decision making. Oh my god, why did I put him in good to have? He's in poor decision making. Because Loki drops from the hyena pack boss, and again, it's an annoying boss fight because of the hyena rework. It's not because hyena rework, more like the tile set is just too confusing to move around in. I mean, with the new corpus tile set of the ships. So yeah, Loki Prime, the Prime is better at everything again. Mag, just delete her. She is a good Warframe, but she's too squishy to survive, if you ask me. And the passive is to basically pull everything towards her when you bullet jump. What the hell? Who even uses that? The Mag Prime is just. I would put her in poor decision making because she can sustain herself, but it's more like I don't have any affiliation with her. Mesa, you like to suffer because I'll add V. The boss fight is pretty annoying if you ask me. Mesa Prime, got you. She's going up in got you because you know why. She deals one of the most insane damages behind a few Warframes. Like Mirage. Mirage is like good to have. While her Prime goes up in. Prime is better at everything to be honest. Oh yeah. Mirage Prime, insane damage, insane stat. I mean, she's pretty squishy, but whatever. I'm kind of a Mirage sim, so yeah. Nekros. Okay. I just put Nekros in why do you exist because I do like to play Nekros, but if you are a new player and you pick up Nekros from doing the boss fight and Demios, because Demios is now very accessible to everyone, you do have a bit of a poor decision to be honest. Like, why do you want to go for Necros? Like, I understand that now we have a Khora Prime. We can easily go for Khora Prime now since she's like the current Prime Warframe out. But Necros, for the amount of grind you have to do, if you don't have a proper gear loadout, it's like, why did you waste your time over this guy? Because you also need to get his augment. So I think I'll just put a poor decision into can be saved through augments because everyone uses Necros first this point. The next one, Nekros Prime, must have because the farming duo is here. One Khora and fill the rest with Nekros, and you have a god tier farming squad in a game. Nezha, it does not make sense to be honest. Same with the Prime, I don't like him personally because I don't play him much. He was once the Warframe I played for a bit, I never understood. Though I think so, the Prime can be just saved to augment like Reaping Chakram and whatever the other one was, I forgot the name. I think so it's called Blazing something, I don't remember exactly. Next up, Nidus. You like to suffer, my friend. I think so this tier has been filled with so far the Warframes which are really painful to farm. So yeah, you like to suffer if you're farming for normal Nidus. Because Nidus Prime is here and it is good to have Warframe in my opinion. Though I main Nidus, I think so. That's what I say. He has a good utility with his abilities, like you can just crowd control while also dealing good amount of damage. but also you can maintain yourself from being a CC immunity and heal at the same time, because why not? Normal Nova being the first community descent Warframe, I really am gonna be disrespectful and say you have to delete her. Too squishy, even with the molecular prime, she's can't be saved. And for Nova Prime, I think Satan does not make sense to me, other than just Speedwa and Slova build. Though Speedwa and Slova both can be very tanky using the molecular prime, the normal Nova just lacks the basic stats to even sustain her prime counterpart. Next can be saved through augments, though there is a lot of mixed players using the abilities augment for her fourth ability. I don't know why. Kind of feels toxic, though the energy drain is fast. You just remain invulnerable throughout the day time and just use your Arc Energize to heal yourself. I mean, fill your energy bar. The Prime, just delete her. The helmet looks very awful. I think the normal looks better than the Prime. Because this is the second time that I am degrading the normal over a Prime. The Prime of Frost and Nectar, the awful. Oberon, you like to suffer. If you had Oberon before the drop table changes, I think so I would have gone in with him in a good to have Warframe, but I think so now that he is in a different place, that is the what do they say? The Real Jack Missions, Hidden Derelict, he is just dropped out. You like to suffer again. Oberon Prime, you have poor decision making because there are many Warframe which can do what he does but better. Up next, it's Octavia. She can be deleted. To be honest, even I want to put her Prime in the same tier, but then again, she has one of the most kind of like laziest kit around where you just throw your abilities, start teabagging, you're invisible for the rest of the mission. Well, the mission does itself on their own because enemies are like, I will die. So Octavia Prime goes in God tier. Well, the normal Octavia can be deleted. To be honest, that's kind of like I'm having bias with Octavia, but yeah, he's one of the most boring Warframes. Then next one, though Protea is a good Warframe, I think so she'll have a good to have Warframe for my opinion. She has like healing, she can replenish her energy, she can deal a lot of damage, but can also survive on her own. That's pretty everything one Warframe can look out for, to be honest. And build right, I think so she's pretty good. Though her augments are pretty terrible, I think so I'll play Protea without her augments, to be honest. Up next, Revenant. Revenant, you can just be deleted, to be honest, because of just his ultimate ability. Up next, Rhino. Rhino can be saved with augment. Why do you exist? I understand Rhino is like the very second Warframe every Warframe guy says to go for, but I personally don't like him. So yeah, he's going in Why do you exist here. Well, Rhino Prime can be, the Prime is better at everything because the Prime gets a lot of stat boost compared to normal Rhino. Saryn is kind of a must have if you are like a starter nuker. Like if you want to, you have completed a start chart and you're looking for immediate upscale of damage, Saryn is this thing. But I think so I will put her in can be saved through augments because normal Saryn has a bit of a survival issues compared to her Prime. So augment is the molt regeneration or whatever it's called. I'll put up in screen if I remember to do it while editing. Then the Prime is better at everything, though I will put her in must have, Saryn Prime. Whenever she's unvaulted, just go for her, to be honest. She deals a lot of damage, in my opinion, and has a pretty good survival kit as well, like as a decoy. Sevagoth, I don't care, it does not make sense. Because everyone knows Sevagoth only because of his bloom, while they don't even understand how he works. Personally, the only reason I don't care about Sevagoth would be this thing. When he dies, he has this passive of like how the Unaru/Grass works, but the damage kind of falls off after time limit. Because if you see in Unaru, if you're able to kill enemy within some time, you can maintain your plus 100% damage every second, but also deplete your charge bar. But in case of Sevagoth, it's not that case. You only have 15 seconds to get like 3 to 5 kills, I think. And that's pretty hard at higher level because the Reap, I think the ability is called Reap. It does not have enough time to like kill all of them at the same time. So yeah, up next, Tynax. I don't understand it, makes no sense to me because the Warframe is yet to be released. Up next, Titania. Uh, I don't care, it does not make sense to me. I never understood her. It's just Arcwing Warframe at the end to me. But her Arcwing's gun deal quite a bit of damage, to be honest. But again, that too falls off after a certain time. So the Prime is just better at everything what normal Titania does. Normal Trinity. You like to suffer. Oh, wrong position. Where are you? You like to suffer. Here you are. Trinity Farm. You are basically doing all the mission in Pluto, while also trying to wait for the ambulance to spawn, which does not spawn on every goddamn mission as well. And you need 20 of them to spawn for one boss fight. I think so. Now that I'm saying about Trinity, I think so the same is with Protea. The farm is pretty grindy, if you ask me, like the Ash, but I think so the grind does actually pay off in Protea's case compared to Trinity. Because Trinity is like only support, she can't deal much damage, and you're gonna be a team support at the end of the day. So yeah, so I think the Prime is just good to have in my opinion. But she does play a pretty crucial role when you're doing the Eidolon fight. So yeah, if you're into Eidolon fights, I think so I would have pushed her in must have, to be honest. But she's good to have Warframe in your opinion. Up next, Excalibur Umbra. Since you have him by free, I can just say, why do you exist? Nah. Actually, you have poor decision making choice because I used to play Excalibur Umbra a lot when I initially started playing Warframe. He's a pretty good Warframe, but I don't know why I have a feeling when I play Excalibur Umbra, he's pretty squishy. He has some survival issues, in my opinion. Up next, Excalibur Umbra Prime. I don't understand how this is. This is the China only Warframe, so yeah, if you play in China server and you bought the founder pack there, you are gonna have Excalibur Umbra Prime there. Up next, Valkyrie. I think so I will just say poor decision making choice. No. She is a good to have Warframe. Valkyrie is a good Warframe, to be honest. She has survival, she can deal a lot of damage. So yeah, Prime is just better everything for her again. Up next, Vauban. Just delete him. He's just too outdated for even a basic Warframe at this point, I think. Well, the Prime, I would say he's good to have Warframe because of his abilities. I think so. Instead of saying the normal Vauban is just delete, I think so I'll just put him in a can be saved through augment because you have the augment called as Tesla Band, if I don't mistake, which allows you to like deal insane amount of damage. So yeah, Vauban can be insane damage dealer, but it doesn't suit my playstyle. So yeah, he's good to have Warframe, can be saved through his augment. So yeah. Up next, the poster boy Volt. Everyone's favorite star Warframe. Is just you have to be honest, I'll just say got you. Normal Volt. I think so that's pretty biased of me because it's like I chose it as Star Warframe, but whatever. Volt Prime is just normal Volt but better at everything once again. So yeah. He has a pretty good kit, the only thing Volt lacks is his survival. But I think so even that can be saved with his augment for his ultimate ability called the Capacitance, I think. For every enemy hit, it restores the shield. Up next, Wisp. Why do you exist? You are just a bait to every Warframe player, though she can deal insane amount of damage. So yeah, I think so I will put Wisp up again and must have. Though I would still argue with her existence in the game. Her damage, her survival, everything is pretty good. But her ultimate, oh my god, just replace it with something else, please. Wukong, just delete him. I don't like this monkey. He comes every mission. Okay, so listen, this is something I have seen in my game. I'm just going into a mission. I'm playing something like what? In Nidus with things I will be running with something like a Zenith for fun in a fishing mission. And then my lobby is set to public. Then I see a Wukong or a Titania coming in with Thermal Thunder. They just go into the Cloud Walk, Thermal Thunder. Thermal Thunder, my eyes get burned up. Wukong's Prime is a must have, though Wukong's and Titania's players, please. If you see me in your game, please don't kill my eyes. Thank you. Zaku has got you. He can survive like crazy. He has insane amount of damage. He can strip enemy armors. What else do you need? He has almost everything you need. He can even buff himself at the end. So yeah. Yareli, the jailbait. You can just delete her. Zephyr, the flappy bird. Where do you exist? So yeah. Zephyr is a good Warframe, and if you remember my Zephyr Inodem build, I did like playing Zephyr with that build. But Zephyr as a normal, she's pretty squishy if you ask me. And that the Prime is just better at everything. She's a god tier Warframe in my opinion, the Zephyr Prime. So yeah, that makes up my list of all the Warframes. I think I had around 86 entries in combined. So yeah, I'll be leaving the list, this thing in the my description of the video, so you guys can make yours and share to me through the comments. So this will be my Warframe tier list in my opinion. So yeah, till then guys, take care and I hope I see you next time, and yeah.